we go. How are we doing? How are we do? What are we drinking? I'm just doing ice water today. I had a smoothie earlier. These nails, ciao. I had a smoothie earlier. Just ice water today. So how are we guys feeling about the family Chantel? I think it's starting to pick up a bit. It's not giving, like a lot of these shows lately are not giving what they're supposed to have gave. But I feel like at least, they're starting to pick up a bit. Was a little dry them last few episodes. I think the best episode for me was Pedro and Alejandro's confrontation in New York City. But that's it. Honestly, I think I'm probably getting tired of Pedro's family. I think we need to go in another direction. I really, really do. Pedro's mother and sister, they're just angry every season. I think with Chantel's family, there's just layers because they're just kooky. It's a kooky family. But Pedro's family is like, I'm just sick of y'all fighting. At some point, there has to be a resolution. If this is all that you guys are going to be, just fighting with each other, then let's move on to another subject because I need to see some growth. Nicole and her mother are just so miserable, and it's a lot watching them. It really, really, really is. How are y'all feeling? What's up, Soprano? Hey, Kimberly. Kimberly said it's better, but could give a lot more. I agree. Tony says she likes it. What's up, Tracy? Tracy said, Star Family, please like the video. It helps the channel grow. Thank you. We're looking to get 2 million by the end of the year. We can do it. What's up, Laura? Laura said, didn't watch the episode yet, but I see an iguana every time I look at Alejandro. Thanks to Lydia. Oh, ciao. Kimberly said, happy tacos and tequila Tuesdays. All right. All right. What's up, Miss Sanchez? Ryan said I was barely paying attention to this episode last night. Oh, child, I ain't even gonna hold you. Me too. It took me a minute to get through it. It really, really did. Oh, Laura said, hey, Nikki's still drinking coffee. It's still morning here. Where are you located? Where are you located? I like River. That's what I'm saying. I like the family Chantel. I really, really like them. I think they're kooky. I think they're fun. I think they have a lot going on. We have River and his new woman. We'll get into that. We also have Winter and Ja and the kookiness of that relationship. I think it was last episode. Did you see when they got into that argument? It was such a quiet argument. I was watching, I was like, are they mad at each other? Because it was so a quiet disagreement with not many words. It was like, all right, Ja. Winter. They're such a quiet, chill couple. Even their disagreements are quiet and chill. Even that proposal next week is going to be quiet and chill. Dr. M said, I missed the lives last night. I was so tired, and this time change really hit me hard. Same. Also, I had no idea there was no Bachelorette today. I know we were all looking forward to Bachelorette, and I was like, all right, let me get into it. And I'm like, oh, there's no episode. What's going on? They didn't even say why we missed an episode, but there was no episode today. So that's why we're just doing the family Chantel. I'm going to do a poll about Insecure because I'm starting to see something. And I'm just like, are people not watching it anymore? Let me know. I'm going to do a poll after this live if you guys are still watching Insecure, because I remember we were watching Insecure together and we were be hyped the next day to talk about it. But I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that from my subscribers. I'm not seeing that on Twitter. I'm not seeing that in YouTube. So I don't know what's going on. Are people sad that this is the last season, so they're just being bratty and just, turning away? Or is the storyline not interesting this season? I will say with Insecure, it always starts off slow and then it starts, it's a slow burner of a kind of show, but then it really, really picks up because they're writers, they're storytellers. Issa is a storyteller. So there is levels to this, right? So, I think after 4 seasons, we would know what we're getting into, but I don't know. It's just the energy is very different. The energy is very, very different for this. And I don't know why. What? Nikki, you eat any romance book? Read? Are you saying read or eat? Let me know. I haven't gotten to the book of Romans yet. Thank you for convicting me. I will. Oh no, Tisa said this episode was a drag with River. Cut his screen time. Oh no, I like River. I really, really do. I think it's going to pick up when his family gets involved in this relationship, unfortunately. Unfortunately, oh child, I got to get my aloe vera leaf today. Yesterday, as you know, if you guys were on my live, I left out after my last live to go get an aloe vera leaf, but for some reason, like all the markets were sold out of aloe vera leaf. What the hell is going on? Y'all don't have aloe vera leaves? Like, what is? Come on, Kylie. I expect this kind of behavior in Philadelphia, but Kylie, and I desperately need it because I use the gel from the aloe vera leaf to help me detangle my hair. And I always pre-detangle before I wash. And it's definitely time for a wash, but I don't have my aloe vera leaf, so I can't detangle it yet. Yeah, they're getting annoying because they're just always angry. There's nothing else. They're always angry and it's just draining. What's up, Buddha 1000? How are you doing, Reed? No, I haven't yet, but I'm gonna get into it. What's up, Marianne? Marianne said, hi, Nikki, love you. You always make my day. Oh, thank you. You too, Marianne. Thank you so much. Hey, Alicia. Hey, midwife Crystal. What's up, Greta? Hey, Aurelie. Yeah, I like them. I really, really do. I just think that, just like Insecure, it's been a slow burner, but I think it's about to pick up, especially when River introduces his girlfriend to the family. Oh, thank you, Pepe. Marianne said, my man's sister touched my face once, and the next day I woke up, that whole side of my face was swollen. I feel like she was doing. Listen, my mama always said, don't eat from people's houses that you don't like. You'll get sick. That don't like you. You'll get sick. And she was right. The one time I did that, I was sick for 3 days. Marianne also said, I couldn't stand River's girlfriend's friend touching his face. I was like getting PTSD. Yeah, I'm glad he checked her. I like that. Buddha 1000 said, good show. I do like that the friends were asking River some real questions. I don't like that she kept putting her hands in his face like he's a kid, and he didn't either. He checked her. Oh, okay. Kimberly said, I'm waiting to watch Insecure when all the episodes are up. Candace said, I'm absolutely watching Insecure. My family as well. We watch it together as a family and we like tweet about it and everything, but I just feel like something is very different this time around. And I don't know what it is, but I don't know. It's very, very different. Naturally Mar said, I think River and his father are the normal ones. Yeah. It seemed like the women got the crazy genes. Hey, Afua, thank you so much for the super chat. She said, wait, there's no Bachelor today? I saw it on tonight. Yeah, it's on tonight. The Bachelorette was moved to tonight. I don't know why it wasn't on yesterday, but they moved it to tonight for whatever reason. No explanation. No explanation. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just do this the Bachelorette live tomorrow. Yeah, no explanation. Just moved it to another day. Hold on. Dr. M said, I never really got into Insecure. I watched a couple of episodes and stopped. I realized I'm more of a CSI, NCIS kind of person. Yeah, but it's a good show. I love how they y'all know I talked about this all the time. I love how they light the Black actors, especially dark skin actors. It's such a breath of fresh air watching that show, because as an actor, especially an actor in this industry, it's like that. Just what they're doing on that show with hair and makeup and lighting, a godsend. Laura said, I think River is funny and he looks good at this weight. He does. He really, really does. He looks grown. Hey, Kelly, what's up? Hey, Jade. Jade said, just get an aloe plant, Nikki. I have 3. I use aloe like gel. Me too. I never even thought of that. Jade, where can I get it from? Where can I get an aloe plant from? I'll definitely do that. Yeah, I know. I figured it out after I Googled. The Bachelorette Live that normally is on today, that I do today, I'll do tomorrow afternoon at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Hey, Tamika, what's up? Hey, Marianne again said Daddy Chantel never really gets into it. He tries to stand on the sidelines just like River. Absolutely agree. Buddha 1000 said, I'm good, NikkiStar TV. I had to come show you some love and thank you so much. Please, guys, come in the room with your likes. Ryan said, it might be because we didn't get any new Insecure episodes in 2020. Oh, really? Oh, because of the pandemic. Oh, I didn't know it was that long. Oh, wow. Wow, I forgot about that. Hey, LS. LS said, did you guys see Wendy on Wendy today? She's already making her rounds. Wendy Williams? She's back? Let me know. Because I haven't been watching it since she's not there. I think they've had great hosts. My mom really enjoyed Sherry Shepherd, but I just feel like that's Wendy's platform. I don't think like anybody can replace her. I think if you're going to do anything, just cancel the show and hire somebody else to do a totally different show. But Wendy, she got that lane. She got that lane on lock. So Steph said, hi, I hate the family Chantel, but I love you, Nikki. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And guys, this is what my new channel is going to be for mainly. Just like we'll have lives that won't really have a theme. It'll just be checking in, chatting with friends, just seeing how everybody is. Just because I said before I'm transitioning into my new channel, I'm going to keep this channel just strictly reviews, comedy, and possibly hot topics. But and I say possibly hot topics because like some stuff I can't talk about, but I'll try to keep it as up to date, and we can review, have do interviews on this channel, do more of my group chats that I was doing with my friends later, that I was doing with my friends earlier in the year. It's been a little difficult now because people are starting to go back into the office, so it's a little difficult to get them all at the same time. But I'll be starting that back up again because with the holidays, people are starting to dial back work a bit and schedules are opening up more. But my new channel, I'll just be popping in on live, talking about whatever. I don't know, Bath and Body Works candles or hair stuff, or just checking in to see how you guys are, because that channel is just going to be more about me and less of the comedy stuff that I do over here. So thank you for saying that, so Steph. Because I totally appreciate it, but also because that just reminded me of what we're going to be doing over there. Pepe said, love Insecure. Maybe people are a little miffed or sad because it's the last season. I think that's what it is. I really, really do. But, I hope they shake that off, because even though everybody thinks that Issa is doing well, she is. That, she's doing other projects at HBO. So, keep on showing her that love so she can keep on doing those projects that really center us. Hey, Afua said this season is only on Tuesdays, not Mondays like before. Really? I feel like I've done Bachelorette reviews on Tuesdays, right? Because I watched the episode on Monday, right? Did they just change the day? Wait a minute. I feel crazy now. Thank you so much, Afua. Was I only doing Bachelorette reviews on Wednesdays? I feel like I watched a Monday episode. Come on, guys. Come on. No, I feel like all the episodes up until tonight have been on Monday. No, y'all got me feeling like I'm losing it. JG said, yeah, I can't get into Insecure like that. I'm more of a, black mafia family type of girly. Oh, my family watches it all. Insecure, Black Mafia family. That other one, it's another drug show that my family gets into. Greta said, Trader Joe's has aloe plants. Well, I'm going to get that today. I'm going to get that today. Oh, so they must be moving it to Tuesday nights now, because Monday, I guess, is going to be, are you ready for some football? But I feel like football's been on for a while. Oh my gosh, guys. It's Savvy's mom's first live. What's up, sis? Welcome. Welcome. So glad to have you here. Thank you for joining us. We're actually about to get started. I just like to, chat with everybody while they come on in the room, because YouTube takes a long time to notify people. So I try to, just check in with everybody before we get in so that, we all don't miss everything collectively as a family. You see what I mean? This is why I need my aloe. This is why I need my aloe. I need a trim too. Let's be real about that. I haven't had a trim in a while. Oh, Dr. Wendy is on Wendy. Oh, so Wendy's still not back? Damn. I want her back. I want her back so bad. JG also said about the aloe vera leaf, you could also get a small one from Home Depot or Walmart sometimes has them. And don't worry about it if it's a small one. It will grow, multiply itself. Listen, I don't do bugs. I don't do spiders and all that stuff. Do them aloe plants bring that kind of energy to the home? If so, yeah, I won't be doing that. Dr. M said Wendy Osefo was on Wendy Williams. I think Michael Rappaport got this week. Why do they keep? He's not good. He is not good. I don't know why they keep on bringing him in. I think Wendy really likes him. And I'm just like, y'all got to stop making angry white men with terrible opinions famous. Y'all really, really do, because Michael Rappaport went on one rant and everybody started to pick him up. Now he's on Wendy Williams. He's on Watch What Happens Live. He's doing a podcast. Y'all give platforms to the wrong people. It's like everybody wants to be a shock jock. And I'm telling all of these, podcasters who do all that stuff, you're no Howard Stern. Sit down. Everybody wants to be Howard Stern, and it's just like, you're not Howard Stern, you're not Wendy Williams. Sit down. You're not funny. You're just mean. Stop giving these people platforms. Oh, yes, there's a new channel. I'm actually going to, when I get off of here, I want to run some errands, but I'm going to be spending the rest of my day working on that because I want to debut it for you guys this week. My next channel is going to be called Nikki Nicole. I finally found the name. It's going to be called Nikki Nicole. If it's not taken, I'm going to try. I'm going to check and see. Nikki Nicole, and it's basically just going to be about me. Just like stuff that I do outside of doing the lives with you guys. So I'll be taking you all through just my, daily life. You guys will be seeing me, it's how I do my auditions, how I like the stuff that I film when like you guys will be going with me on set. I'll be taking you through like hair journey. I'll introduce you to more of my family. You'll be going with me through the holidays. I'm doing a huge thing for Vlogmas. So just fun stuff like that, because I feel like trying to mesh the two on this channel hasn't really worked out in my favor. You know what I mean? It's like some people come to me for this and this only, and it's really difficult for people to transition or for the algorithm to put me in that category because the algorithm is already putting me in this category. So it's difficult for them to, or they're making it seem like it's difficult to put me in the review category, but then also send me the way of people who are doing, hair care or hauls or candles, Bath and Body Works. I'm just throwing out some of the stuff that I talk about. So I feel like with the new channel, it'll be a lot easier for me to do that. It's also a safety backup channel in case something happens over here or over there. I still have another place to see you guys, and I don't have to build from scratch. So that is why the new channel, and that is what it'll be about. Hope you guys enjoy. There's a really funny video of me and my mom at the pumpkin patch. Oh Lord. And then I'm traveling back and forth. I'm taking you guys house hunting with me in Atlanta. There's a Napa trip that I went on that I'll take you guys in. I'll be doing cooking stuff. Me and my mom will be doing more cooking things over there. So yeah, that's the new channel. Oh wait, no, I gave y'all the name. Don't go looking for it. Don't go looking for it. Don't go looking for it. It's not ready. It's not ready. Hey, Afua, thank you so much for the super chat. Said I'm so excited for your new channel. Thank you. Thank you. Pepe said, hair for the girl chat on the new channel. We need to provide status updates on our way to getting some. Love it. Yes, in 2022. I've been on the hunt. Work. Hey, Sydney. Happy birthday. Instead of doing come on in the room, we'll give you the old church. Happy birthday, Sydney. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. There you go, Sydney. Happy birthday. I hope it's a blessed one. I hope you have a great, I did not put on my spray. I hope you have a great time today. I hope you celebrate safely. Keep your mask on. Take it off the pictures and hold your breath. But have a great time. I hope you're able to celebrate with the ones you love, because we love you. Thank you so much, Sydney. Daisy P said, Nikki, do you see Michael Rappaport coming for Candace on the Wendy Williams show? Yeah, I'm not surprised. He's made a big thing, a big part of his personality about putting his nose on like Black people's affairs. And he does that because he has a Black wife. So he feels like he has this, he can walk into our community because unfortunately the Black men of our community have given him that confidence and that leeway into our community to speak on certain things. And also because he lays down with a Black woman, he feels like he has that right to do so. He's also been able to garner a following, especially with the Bravo community after his time on Watch What Happens Live with Kenya. Absolutely hated that episode. He basically was coming for her the whole time. Kenya really held her own, like Kenya. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. A severe weather alert has been issued for Cali. A wind advisory in effect from midnight tonight till noon. Well, I'll be in. That's why I'm running my errands tonight. Thank you, Lord. Oh, child. LA, you better stay in tomorrow. The wind gonna be knocking us over. But anyway, he was on Watch What Happens Live with Kenya and Andy, and he was just like berating her the whole time, thinking it's comedy. I always tell you guys about that. I'm like, we have a huge problem right now in the entertainment industry where we have people who are not funny, who try to do a comedic commentary, but they don't realize that the jokes that they are writing are not funny and they're not landing. They're just... Can't take that call right now. They're just mean. They're just mean. And he was berating her the whole time, acting like it was comedy. Kenya didn't think that it was funny. Nope. Like, I didn't think it was funny either. We're literally watching this white man degrade this Black woman, talking about the ash on her body and all of this stuff. I didn't like it. And since then, the Bravo community, that part of the Bravo community, has latched onto this man and made him like the voice of social commentary concerning, reality TV shows, especially within the Bravo community. And I just can't stand it. I cannot stand him. The stuff he says is extremely ignorant. If anybody turned around and said the stuff that he says about my people, about his people, he would be in an uproar. I just can't believe that he continues to get a platform, because his platform is basically degrading Black people. But he still gets his platform because of the sad Black people in his life who puff up his chest and who give him this leeway into the community to demean us. Everybody is sad. Everybody is oh Lord, everybody is so disappointing. This is why I always say I thrive on diversity, right? Because even people within your own community are just hard to bear on a daily basis. I just want to be around. I don't care what culture you are. I just want to be around good people. I really, really do, because being around negative people is just draining. Like, even talking about him, I'm so drained. I'm so drained talking about that negative Nancy. Anyway, Dr. M said, have y'all watched the new Regina and Idris movie on Netflix? Not yet. I'm saving that for Sunday night because I'm making a huge Sunday dinner. Weird, right? I could just watch it, but I have a whole day planned around that movie because my family and I are going to watch it together, and that's normally when we all can get together to watch it. So Dr. M said she's going to watch it after this live. I heard great reviews. Me too. It's a banger cast, so I knew it was going to be great. But baby, I am so ready to watch that. Hey, Aaliyah. Aaliyah said, Nikki, I swear you are one of my good friends in my head. LOL. I so love you. Love you too. You guys are my besties. You guys are definitely my besties. When we meet up in person, it's going to be a scene. I can't wait. Afua said, plant mom here. You can't put aloe plant directly on your skin here because it can irritate. You have to put it in the fridge for 4 hours before use. After you can't put it, you have to put it in the fridge for 4 hours before use after you cut it. Absolutely. Afua is telling mad facts. Thank you so much, Afua, for the tea. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. What happened? Child, I thought it was broken. Thank you so much, Afua, for the tea and for the super chat. Absolutely. When I make my serum, I actually I drain it through a cheesecloth, and then I put the serum in the fridge. So I do it overnight because I do it at the end of the night. I put it in the fridge overnight. Throw some aloe vera, not some aloe vera, avocado oil in there, mix it up, place it on my hair, detangle, and then I can get ready for the rest of my hair process. Laura says, I'm looking at the spider in my room right now. He don't do much. He don't move much. Chills in the web. Baby, couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Marianne said Michael's Rappaport whole career is just being rude and on Watch What Happens Live with Andy talking about housewives. Yeah, he made this change when his acting career wasn't going the way that he wanted it to go. Now with him trying to be this shock jock, he's able to get roles, which he's actually a good actor. I don't know why he just don't stay in his lane. Comedy is very hard and it's only for the gifted. I don't know why everybody think that they can do it. You can't. You just come off mean. You cannot do this. It is not easy. Oh my gosh. Yes, he did. He made fun of, he said something about her ashy feet. And I was just like, no. Like, if you go back and watch that Watch What Happens Live episode, I think it's on YouTube. She was so uncomfortable. And him and Andy were just laughing. And the audience was like, ooh, Kenya looked so uncomfortable. I hate that episode. That is one of the worst Watch What Happens Lives I've ever watched. I hated that episode. She was screaming the whole time. She was like it's Kenya, right? She can read. She can go back and forth with people. But she just was not protected. The Andy was loving it. He was loving it. The audience was loving it. And she was uncomfortable. And I hated that. Absolutely hated that episode. And after that, every time that Michael Rappaport has been on Watch What Happens Live ever since, he's been paired with the black woman who he comes after. Ugly. Ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Tracy talking about The Harder They Fall, which is the movie, the black Western movie we're talking about, said, yes, I watched it. It was so good. I watched it with my sister. The twist at the end shocked me. Very, very good. Listen, Netflix is getting into that movie game. They've been getting into it for a while, but I'm telling you, Netflix is the way to go. Streaming services they're going to end Hollywood. That's why Hollywood is getting in on it because, baby, listen, I'm not going to say it's Warner Brothers that did it or Warner Brothers is responsible for this, but baby, y'all should have never let us know what it was like to watch a movie that was just released in our homes with our families. Just think about it. Just think about the experience, like what I'm doing right now. Like The Harder They Fall, the Harder They Fall would have been released in the theaters, right? But Netflix has it on their platform. So what am I doing? I'm making dinner, getting my family together in the living room, and we're watching this movie and having a good time. I prefer that over getting out into the world, going around people while we're still in a pandemic, driving to a location, paying $20 per person to get in, and then paying another $20, $50, $1 billion for food and snacks to watch a movie for 2 hours. Listen, there are just some movies that I will watch in the theater, like my superhero movies. I feel like that's something that I just have to watch with the fans, or maybe like a horror movie, maybe. But aside from that, I have been enjoying watching these movies in my home. What a great way to experience a new film. And I tend to, because they're releasing, movies that would be released in a theater, they're releasing them at the same time on certain streaming services. I tend to watch movies that I would not have paid to go see in the theater. Warner Brothers changed the game. Ciao. I was like, okay, Warner Brothers, I like what you're doing. Let's keep this up. Let's keep this up. You're welcome, Sydney. It would have been a little better, but my voice was ashy. I love Uncle Funky Daughters. I'm going to answer two more things and then I'm going to get into the review. I could talk to y'all all day. JG said, as far as hair, have you tried Uncle Funky Daughters hair products? Definitely recommend for natural curly hair. Absolutely. I have their travel set that they have. I think they have it in Target now. The best thing. I highly recommend Uncle Funky Daughters for natural hair. If you just want to try, you know it. If you just want to just see if those products work for you, get their travel set. I always say that for anything that you want to try, hair products, makeup, skincare, whatever it is, always get the travel size because you can see if it can work for you and you haven't broken the bank really to pay for it. I do that with all Fenty. I love me some Rihanna, but I have to try that stuff out for myself first because unfortunately, the industry just does not cater to people with my skin tone. Now, we have somebody like Rihanna and other people are coming along and really, really doing that, but I've just been burnt so many times that I'm always doing samples or getting the travel size because I can't play around. Soprano, what? See, this is why we got to have our girl chat. What? Congrats. Please don't come back next week and be like, girl, never mind. Don't we always do that? I think I found the one. And then be like, you know what? Forget I even said that. But I'm not talking about you. Much success in this relationship. Very happy for you, Soprano. Miss Sanchez said, Nikki, I need you to show your cooking skills in that second channel. I will. I remember you made that baked chicken last year. It looked really good. Oh, well, I'm actually doing a roast chicken. And I'm going to show you how I brine it, spatchcock it, the whole thing. Because I'm not doing a turkey, because as you guys know, the turkey that I got was from Popeyes. That's going to be on the channel as well. We got a lot of fun stuff going on over there. But I just got to do two for safety also, because the algorithm, you can't mix content in the algorithm. That have to go crazy. So I'm just going to keep it one algorithm here and another algorithm over there. Tracy said, yes, I watched it. It was so good. I watched it. Oh yeah, I got that from Tracy. Midwife Crystal said, I miss Uncle Funky Daughters salon. And they had a salon? Is that where they're from? Oh, I would have went. Oh, I really would have. I'm trying to get it to you by Friday. We will see. Today, let me shut up so I can get through this live and get off of here with you. Today, I'm going to be hopefully finishing up some editing. I said hopefully I'll be editing, but y'all know how I am with an edit. So, putting some finishing touches, and we will see. Pray for me. Pray that the Lord fights for me in the spirit and keeps me up, because I told y'all, when I start editing, the enemy starts attacking me and I start falling asleep, just like when I read the Bible. Keep me in your prayers. ND said, I hope that spiders pay half the rent. Yes. Oh gosh. Oh, Exo Miss Sanchez says, I just watched that Watch What Happens Live. Why is he not canceled? Because of black men. We just got to be honest. Black men co-sign him. So if you're saying that's the best thing to do, if you are an ignorant person and you dislike black people, have a black person or black prominent people within an industry or with a following co-sign you, because you'll be protected. You'll be protected. Now, if he turns around and says something about black men, he's in trouble. But he's smart and he knows not to do that. He knows not to do that. Kimberly said, I will be in your DMs 11:59 Thursday night. Please. Hey, Abrandia, means or men. What's up? Thank you for being here. I'm actually about to get started on this live. So let's get into it. The family Chantel. I can't believe this show inspired me, but it did. Last week's episode, when the family Chantel and Ja went to the South Carolina plantation that or nearby where Chantel's family was supposedly on, and they had this historian come and speak to them and tell them about their family tree and their ancestors who was on this plantation, and just it was so inspiring. I honestly teared up a bit because that's absolutely what I would like to do someday for my family. You guys know that my family is originally from Savannah, Georgia. We could be traced to a plantation there, but that's like the beginning. Right now you got to get a historian to get into, who was the first, Roberts over there, you know what I mean? Like, so there's a lot that has to go into that, but that was so inspiring, and I'm so glad that they shared that with us, because it was, I don't know, it was very touching, heartwarming, and inspiring, even though they were dragging Ja for being there. I was like, how hard is it to be like, Ja, this is a family thing. Can you sit back while we do this, or sit back in a hotel or something like that? Because I'd rather you guys have him sit back in the hotel than bring him there and make him feel uncomfortable and talking about you guys allowing him to be a part of it. Don't allow him to be a part of it then if it's going to be that big of a problem. Next week, we're not going to get into Ja in winter too much. This week is going to be a lot about fall and his new girlfriend. But next week, we're going to get into a bit more of winter, just because I'm concerned about winter. I'm concerned about winter, and we need to really get into it. I think we all protect her because of, the personality that Chantel is, but I'm concerned for Lil Winter. Anyway, Chantel is back to exaggerating again, saying that when Chantel is finally home, her and Pedro are finally home together, and she's talking to Pedro about the trip and everything that happened, and saying that Ja crossed the line, and he, was yelling at her family and calling her mom a bottom feeder. Exaggerating and lying, ma'am. He did not call your mom a bottom feeder. He was talking about his religion, and he was talking about it in a defensive way. And the reason why he was defensive is because you guys do not want your daughter, Winter, your daughter, your sister, your family member, being a part of his religious beliefs. It was already a hostile situation, but he did not look at your mom and say, you are a bottom feeder. He said he does not eat shellfish because if you eat a bottom feeder, you become a bottom feeder. Your mom had to take that in, Chantel, and digest that, because she didn't know where he was going or what it meant. And she was like, huh? You not calling me a bottom feeder? Like y'all were putting 20 on 10. He did not call your mama a bottom feeder. And you know how Pedro knows that you're lying? His reaction wasn't what a reaction should be if you say that your sister's boyfriend called your mom a bottom feeder. He was like, oh, really? Okay. Because Pedro knows. Pedro knows his family. He knows the mess. He knows how y'all be. And he was not falling for the okie doke. Yeah, Pedro. John called my mama bottom feeder. And everything went crazy. It did not go crazy, and he did not call your mama a bottom feeder. Stop it. Chantel, although she's a lot, I always have believed her love for Pedro. I think Pedro loves her as well. I think she gets on his nerves. Pedro, my God, today you are Al Bundy, because Peg Bundy gets on your damn nerves. Peg Bundy being Chantel. But she really does love him. She really does love him, and she really does care for him. When she was talking to Pedro about, what he's, listen, there's no good way to say this, right? Pedro is explaining to Chantel what his childhood was like and why he's so desperate to find his father and the things that happened in his childhood. Chantel, being a loving wife, supporting her husband, saying that if he wants her to go to if he wants her to accompany him to the Dominican Republic, he will be there. She won't go with him on the trips to journey to find his dad if he feels like she's not going to be supportive, but she'll be there in the home, in the hotel, waiting to comfort him for everything that he goes through. But she also said, let's talk this out. What actually happened here? What is going on? Because you're saying that your mom did this and you're saying that this happened. So do you think that maybe your mom kept these things, or like Pedro, I know that's your mama, but you have to be honest with yourself. And I feel like your wife was trying to get you to understand why your relationship with your father is the way your relationship is with your father. Because yes, he is absolutely responsible for not being there, not being in Pedro or Nicole's life, and abandoning the family. But when the story is told, we have to tell the truth of it, right? So Pedro is taking a lot of stuff from when he was a child and the things that he saw, but he also is telling this story in a way to protect his mom. And I'm not saying that he should not protect his mom. I'm just saying if you're going to tell it, you're going to have to tell it all. And a lot of it probably won't be favorable to your mother. Before I move on, let's get into New Mommy D super chat. New Mommy D said, I just can't wait for Winter to feel like a bad bee. That's right. She deserves better than Ja and Chantel. Listen. Only thing I will say is this. I feel like we don't know what's going to happen with next week's episode, but I feel like Winter, even if you do say yes to this proposal, I want you to wait. I want you to wait because I need you to get to a place where you are feeling yourself before you become some man's life partner. That's all, sis. I need you to feel yourself first before you become some dusty man's rib. Anyway, and with that, with Chantel asking questions that are making sense, the everything starts making sense to Pedro. He starts getting mad at Chantel because when you lay it all out, the truth ain't favorable to either parent, right? So he starts getting upset at Chantel, being very moody, taking things out on Chantel, saying that he doesn't want her around. She's trying to love and comfort her husband. And listen, in that moment, you could really see the dynamic of the relationship, but you can also really see that she loves this man. She really, really, she really, really does. I'm not saying that he don't love her. I do feel like he's a bit more annoyed with her than she is with him. Child, you get on that man's nerves, Chantel. The only thing he like doing with Chantel is lifting up her titties. Like he loves doing that in the confessional. This out here. How old is Pedro? He seems very young for her. I think they're both the same age, but he seems a lot. Well, she seems young as well, but he seems very immature. Are they in their 30s yet? Or are they still like late 20s? Anyway, you know what? Do we want to talk about that? Oh, hold on. Do I want to get into that? No, I'm going to save that for Alejandro, right? No, we're going to get into it. Anyway, let me just get into this real quick because I just want to knock this out of the way. Pedro, you should have never put this storyline on TV. Here is why. Your mama not going to look good. Your mama not going to look good. You're going to do a lot of deep diving, and the deep diving you do, you're going to come up with some tea that is just not going to be favorable to your mom. Like, it's okay to drag your dad, right? He abandoned y'all, right? But the more you talk, the more you sound it out, the more you involve people in it, the more conversations you have, brother, is starting to look like Your papa was a rolling stone and your mother was a jump off. It's starting to look like that because your dad came over at night. When he came over to your home at night, he told you and Nicole to go to bed. He didn't want to do nothing with his kids, but he definitely wanted to do something with your mama. And in the morning, he was gone. What does that sound like? You got to sound it out. And you can't get mad at your wife and anybody else asking questions because you're going to do a lot of researching and you're going to be bringing the cameras around. And you can't all of a sudden turn around and say, don't put that in the show. And I feel like you're going to come up on something and it's just not going to favor your mom the best because when you start to sound it out, it's giving other woman tease. It's giving other woman tease. Like, he came at night and left in the morning and did that for years. It had a whole nother family paid at the same damn time. Pedro, let's start talking. Like, come on, you're an adult. Sound it out. Sound it out. Like, if we're going to drag daddy, we're going to drag mom because it seems like mommy was okay with being the other woman. You should have never did the storyline. You should have never did the storyline. I just do not see how either of your parents is going to look good because it's giving affair babies. That's what it's giving. It's giving that you and Nicole were born in an affair. And my heart breaks because I'm like, I hope you don't figure this out this season on camera. This is why your mother don't want to talk about it. This is why she does not want to be bothered when you try to bring that mess up. She'd be like, leave me out of it. I don't want to be involved. Nope, I'm not giving you no more information because I wouldn't have done this. I would not have done this. Anyway, let's go over into fall. No, not into fall. Let's go over into Nicole, right? Nicole is now getting mad at everybody in her life. She's getting mad at her mother. She's getting mad at Pedro. The reason why Nicole is getting mad is because at them and trying to make them responsible for the issues going on in her relationship, because she is going to do that thing that so many women do, go back to a toxic ex, right? She's going to go back to Alejandro, married Alejandro, who has been sending texts to other women that he wants them to come and see him in New York, right? This married man who is still dating other women while you in the DR. But you don't want to talk about that, right? Your mother don't want you to be with this man because she sees something in him that is very similar to the man that she created you with, right? She sees him as a rolling stone. She knows the game and she don't want her daughter to go down the same road, but you're grown and you could do whatever you want. So she's trying to make Pedro and her mother the problem in the relationship and getting upset with them and arguing with them because she don't want nobody to tell her to not go back to her toxic ex, right? That happens all the time. You know, when you're about to make a bad decision, especially with the man, and especially with the man that you done told everybody about, that you done broke up with, that you told everybody the terrible things that he has done to you, but now you're going back to him. So now you want to cuss everybody out who you done told about this, the horrible things that this man has done to you. You want to cuss them out now because you don't want nobody to say, oh no, girl, why are you going back to that? So you want to cuss them out, isolate yourself so you can go back to your toxic ex in peace. That's exactly what this woman is doing. I will say this, although Alejandro seems like a nice guy, he really, really does. I don't think he's into Nicole like Nicole is into Alejandro. I think Nicole really likes him, but I think Alejandro is more interested in the show than he is into Nicole. I hope you don't figure that out on TV. I hope you don't figure that out when the cameras are there, because I honestly feel like that if Nicole did not have a TV show attached to her, I don't think that Alejandro would be into her like he's acting like he is, right? I just don't get it. I don't see it, and I could be wrong, but I'm just like, girl, if you ain't have TLC signing them checks, Alejandro would not be bothered. He would not be bothered. He want to be bothered with the woman that he's sending them texts to. And that messy chick gonna send them texts to you because she's probably trying to get on the show as well. She wants to be revealed and be in the scene and have you confront Alejandro and bring her in as the receipt. That girl, you gotta wake up. You gotta wake up and see what's happening. see what's happened, to see the forest for the trees. You over here going through hell for a married man, and your brother's words that looks like a treasure trove. When Pedro said, "Hey man, you look like a troll," I was like, "Oh Lord," because it's true. I can't unsee it. Ever since Pedro said he looks like Alejandro looks like a troll, I cannot unsee it. Alejandro, why is this your hair choice in 2021? What year is Alejandro living in? I feel like half of him is living in the future, and then the other half of him is living in the past. I feel like Alejandro is a mixture of 1987 and 2072. It's a weird mixture with this man. A weird mixture. I will say this. Last week's episode, when those two were high kicking each other in the chest in the streets of New York, baby, I was on the floor. I was just like, why is Alejandro in these like knockoff Gucci slippers, these tight jeggings, and this blazer, high kicking Pedro in the And Pedro, you lied when you told Chantel that you got the best of him. Baby, Alejandro and them jeggings, when he started to kick you in that little bird chest, he was getting the best of you. Both of y'all were out of breath. Y'all just look like such dorks. Such dorks. High kicking each other in the chest in the streets of New York. And let me tell you something. New York is so full of crazy that nobody cared. No, people were still walking, going about their day when these two men who look like characters from Street Fighter are kicking each other in the chest while everybody's going on about their day. Welcome to New York City. Welcome to New York City. Everybody was like, oh, excuse me. Like, ma'am, he just kicked this man in the chest. You're okay with that? You're still going into Whole Foods? Welcome to New York City. Welcome to New York City. Let's talk about the truth that came out when Nicole was arguing with her mom. That was a real moment. That was a real moment because Nicole told her mom, she was just like, because she was told, her mom was just like, I don't like this guy Alejandro. I don't want you with him. I thought you broke up, and it seems like you're still trying to be with this guy. And Nicole was just like, I can't believe that you are being mean to this guy and treating him terribly when you have a daughter-in-law who is just as horrible as Alejandro. I beg to differ, but that's her arguing with her mama. And she was like, the only reason why you treat Alejandro that way and not Chantel and her family that way is because they're from the United States and Pedro sends you all their money. Baby, I hope Miss Karen ain't watched this episode. She was just like, you do all of that because they're American and your son is married to somebody. He's living in the United States and he's sending you all of this money. That's the only reason why you don't treat them the same way that you treat Alejandro. And Nicole's mom was like, that's all she can do. Because girl, she got you busted. Nicole is annoying, but she was spilling that day. She was spilling that day because it's absolutely true. If Alejandro was bringing in some money, if Alejandro has some coins, even if he was married, nobody would be upset with him. But because he ain't got no money and it looks like he's an opportunist, it does, Alejandro. No shade, but you look like an opportunist. Because of that, the mother ain't giving him no time of day. No time of day. And I kind of agree with Nicole. Let's move on. So fall is in a May December relationship with this woman named Megan, who is a single mama. Cute. But let's talk about opportunists again. I get opportunists for Megan. I really, really do. Not saying that Fall is not an attractive guy and she would not want to be with somebody like this. But Megan, you do not seem attracted to him at all. You don't. You also are pushing your music career. And he's supporting that. Miss Karen, stay woke, because here you are, 28 years old, a single mom. What do you want with a 23-year-old who's living with his mama? Right? Because you seem to have a problem with that, but you seem to really want to try to make this relationship work with this 23-year-old who lives with his parents. Why? If he did not have a TV show behind him and you didn't have a music career to push, I don't think you would have been interested in him. How does that sound like a prospect to a 28-year-old with a child? Ain't nobody 28 trying to date somebody 23 that still lives with their parents. It's not realistic. What is realistic is dating his kid on a TV show while he pushes your music career. Smart. But I gotta call it out. I gotta call it out, Miss Megan, because you are not into him like he's into you. And I kind of feel bad for Fall. He's such a sweetie, but I'm just like, oh my gosh, this older lady got you by the balls. He's so like, when he talks about her, the way he lights up, and I'm like, oh baby. I hope he doesn't get. I think like when it ends, I hope the cameras aren't there. I want him to tell us about them breaking up. I don't want the cameras to be there when his heart is broken, because I feel like it's giving like first love type energy from him. I don't get any of that from Megan. I don't get any of that from Megan. Cute girl, but it's giving opportunists as well. You got this young guy on a popular TV show who's pushing your music career. We know what it is. Miss Karen, stay woke. Anyway, so Fall goes over to Megan's home and meets her friends. First of all, Megan says that she's 28. I'm not debating that. Why are your friends 52? When he walked in and Megan was just like, yeah, he's here, I'm meeting my friends. And I'm like, your friends? That's not your mama and aunties? These are your girlfriends? How old are you really? Megan, are you lying? I'm not hating on a woman lying about her age on TV. I get it. This industry is misogynistic, especially the music industry. Definitely misogynistic. I understand, right? So, not hating on you if you're lying about your age, but I'm just saying if you're gonna lie about your age, you want to have some friends that look like they in that age range. It seems like your friends who are not like their age are living their truth. But you, Megan, I was like, girl, how are they your friends? Unless you used to work at a Joann's Fabrics and you make friends with the manager and your employees, your coworkers, then that makes sense, because y'all do give Joann Fabrics sales associates, and the oldest one. I don't know if she's the oldest, but she looked like the oldest one. The one that was asking about if River is ready to be a father. She looks like she could be a store manager at like Hobby Lobby or Joann's Fabrics. So maybe that's where you guys all met and became the best of friends. That would make sense. But outside of that scenario, all of you grown, mature ladies being friends don't make sense unless somebody lied about their age. I was like, these are the 28-year-old friends? They're not even giving early 30s. I was like, oh, nobody's your mom here? Hold on. Now, wait a minute. Hold on. Somebody is not telling the truth. So anyway, River goes over to Megan's home to meet her friends. And as soon as he walks in, the Golden Girls start grilling him, giving him a tough time. And I don't know why this is always a theme on TV shows or in movies or films, because this is not realistic. I don't know anybody who has a friends group that when they're dating somebody new, the friends group like hazes them in front of the person they're dating, and the person just like sits there and takes it. It's not realistic. I mean, like me and my friends, everybody has dated different people. Everybody has been treated humanely, like very kind and nice. Like, the real conversation happens when that person is gone. And then we're like, okay, girl, what are you doing with him? Like, he's a nice guy, but girl, are you depressed? Like, that conversation happens not in front of his face. Like, we're not going to treat him any kind of way. We're not going to treat him negative. If anything, he's going to think he did a really good job. We're nice, good people. This just doesn't make sense, but this happens so much in TV shows and films. Like, this is a real life occurrence, and it just is not realistic. There, like everybody has that mean friend, right? That you got to warn people about. I will say that. But I don't think that everybody's friends group is just like being horrible to the person trying to date their friend. It don't make sense. That does not make sense. And I feel like these ladies, the Golden Girls, I feel like they would have grilled River, but I think the producers made them do a bit much because I don't think that they're normally like this. I don't think that they would have done that if the cameras were not there, because when he comes in, they're just rude right out the gate. They're calling him a kid. One chick tried to touch his face, and I'm so glad that he got her together. He said, please don't touch my face. Like, she was doing too much. She was doing too much. The only one, the oldest one, Sophia, she was the only one that, in my opinion, asked the right questions. Although Megan had a problem with it, I did not have a problem with her saying, hey, so, you think you're ready to be a stepdad? Listen, that's a conversation that needs to happen right out the gate, right? Not saying that eventually you're going to be my son's stepfather, but just to let you know, coming into the situation, I have a kid, stepdaddy is on the list. Is this something that you eat, that even if you feel like you can't do something like this, then don't approach me? Like, you should be asking him those questions, Megan, not your friends. I felt like Sophia asked a really good question. Your other friends were just being rude. The one with the titties, she was just ready to be on TV. Yeah, I don't like icing on my cake, just all cake. No, I'm playing with you. Sit down, girl. Sit down. Doing too much. Like, you're a kid. Like, what does she see in a kid? And River's like, oh, I'm a kid. She's like, well, 23. Get out of here. You need to be talking to your friend. What is your 28-year-old behind with a child doing, jumping up and down on something 23 years old? Girl, what are you doing? He lives with his mom and he ain't got no damn sense. What are you doing? Have those conversations with her, not with him, not the 23-year-old. Y'all acting like he got all these answers to your questions. At the end of the day, he sees your friend, this sexually experienced older woman who got the titties on Front Street. His nose is wide open and she knows what she's doing. Have the conversation with your friend, not 23-year-old Fall. Wrong target. The target is your good and grown friend, not the little boy, not the kid. If y'all going to demean him, let's talk about it. Why is your friend jumping up and down on a kid? Why is she trying to be wiped up by a kid? Talk to her, not him. You think he gonna turn down that experienced coochie? Get the hell out of here. What man would do that? Stop it. Sit on down. Sit on that. That scene bothered me because I felt like they were just doing too much. And I love me some River. He's such a sweetie, and I don't think he deserved any of that. He don't never get hype unless it's Pedro. Unless it's Pedro. Remember when he kicked that IKEA lamp in Pedro's face? And Pedro was like, what did you call me? I was like, ooh. Not two black men fighting over being called the N-word. Ciao. But I didn't like that scene. Eventually, Megan got Sophia together, but it was like, Megan, you got Sophia together mad late. They've been disrespecting your boo. They've been disrespecting him. Now you want to get her. Now, listen. This is what I wanted. We haven't talked about that yet, guys. So now we're going to be nice to him in content because this is what I was talking about. This is what I want. I'll have that conversation. I need you to trust that I'm a good mother. The way she says mother. I need to trust that I'm a good mother. What part of Atlanta? Anyway, because I will say that accent, it turned down a bit when she was with the Golden Girls. Turned up when the Negro walked in. Anyway, yeah. I don't know how I feel about Megan. Y'all know I'm always rooting for the partner who comes into the family Chantel because the family Chantel is a lot. But Megan, I'm seeing something. It's giving Alejandro tease. It's giving Alejandro tease. Moving on. Alejandro. At the end of this episode, Nicole and Alejandro have a conversation. Nicole, I don't know why you wasted so much time before you told that man that you was going to forgive him and move on. Like, we all knew at this point. We are still entertaining him. You're still talking to him. Even after that girl sent you. This is why I always say, If a man is cheating, don't get involved. Don't get involved, because 9 times out of 10, the woman that you tell that her man is cheating on her, she gonna get mad at you. She gonna take the tea, use it to get him together, and then get mad at you. Let her do what she want to do, because at the end of the day, that heifer probably already know and don't care, and she want to be living in peace. She gonna get mad at you because for recognizing the situation, and now she feel like a fool in your mind. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. She know if you're not coming home for 2 days, she get it. She know what it is, but she mad at you because now you minded her business. Mind your business. Anyway, so Alejandro is just like, listen, I'm not gonna be dealing with Nicole's family. See, this is the thing. Pedro and his family annoying, but if we're gonna have somebody like Alejandro getting them all together, then maybe I will take this family on this show. If not, get them off. But if Alejandro is gonna be getting that family together every episode, I'm here for it, because it's about time that family met their match. But Alejandro is like, listen, I like Nicole. I'm here for her. I'm not here for that family, and I'm not going to be dealing with their mess. Like, I'm dating her. I'm not dating that family. And here is where you're wrong, right? Anybody that you're dating, you are dating, courting, and marrying their community, because that person doesn't come to you solely. That person comes to you with a community. So if you don't like the community, if you can't stand that community, bounce. Because there's no way Alejandro, no matter how much she cusses out her mom and her brother, she's not separating herself from them. So you're going to have to figure out how to be in the same room with Pedro without high kicking him in his chest. You're going to have to figure out how to be in the same room with her mother without cussing her out. Let me tell you something. Nicole and Pedro's mama is a lot. But the way Alejandro was talking about her, I was like, I don't know if this is going to work in your favor, bro. He was like, your mom is a BS and so is your brother. I said it because it's the truth. And Nicole was like, okay, Alejandro. I was like, he just cussed out your mama and you're all right, girl. These baby millennials are built different, right? She's like, okay, Alejandro, I hear you. Okay, I understand. But he was reading Pedro and Nicole's mama for filth. When he said, your brother is nothing to me. Your brother who gets his fits out of the Chinatown store. I said, baby, not Pedro wearing Chinatown fits. Hold on. I'm here for Alejandro. Although he gives me opportunities, he's good TV. The way he read that family down and said, I don't care. I don't care what they say. I don't care any issue that they have with me. I do not care. I'm here for you, and I'm not going to let them disrespect me. Okay, maybe we got a show. Maybe we got a show, baby, because now Pedro's going to try to confront Alejandro again. And I'm like, oh, Lord, here we go. Did you not get enough of getting kicked in your chest the last time by that treasure troll? Wake up. Wake up, Pedro. I will say, I think this show is going to have to evolve some way, right? Especially when a child becomes involved, because Chantel and Pedro are looking at houses, right? They're probably in a house already, but they got to play poor on this show. When they get into a house, we all know what comes next. We all know what comes next when people who are married or dating or whatever, or, just in a relationship with, get a house. We all know they're trying to fill that house up. So at some point, this show is going to have to evolve. So I think maybe they're already starting to do that with Alejandro and Megan, because I think that Pedro and Chantel are going to start working on a family. And I think they need to take the focus, the infighting off of them and put them on other people. And I think that's what's about to happen, which is why they're introducing us to new characters that are going to get a main platform. It's going to be Alejandro, Megan, and now Ja. We didn't get a lot. Remember, Ja didn't talk a lot last season. Now Ja's in confessionals. Now Ja's getting a family together. We're going to see more of him. So I feel like the family Chantel is going to be a focus on the family Chantel, while Chantel and Pedro are still the leads, but I don't see them being in too much of the drama. I think the drama is going to be outside of them and concern their family and does not involve them anymore as they start to build a family. Because we cannot have them fighting and cussing and throwing IKEA lamps in each other's faces over that baby. We cannot have that. That's going to be such a turnoff for all of the viewers. So I think what this show is doing is introducing us to new characters with conflict so that Chantel and Pedro can build their family in peace without getting in too much of the drama. That's all I have to say about this episode. What do you guys have to think? Let's get into it. Oh, Megan is from Kentucky. Okay. I can hear it. I can hear it. I can hear it. Ryan says, I bet them being quarantined in New York City really made Alejandro realize how much he isn't into Nicole. Unfortunately, Ryan, for Nicole, I agree with you. I agree with you. I think he was just like, this is too much for me. This is too much. And it happens. I know people who became stronger in their relationships after the pandemic. And I know people who got divorced during the pandemic. It was just like, we like each other, but we don't love each other. Do y'all remember that? When just people were just announcing divorce, like announcing their divorce and breakups on Facebook, like smack dab in the middle of the pandemic. We was like, oh, yeah, y'all like each other when y'all are not in the same place for too long. One of my friends was just like, I realized I can't take him 24/7, and that's not somebody I want to build my life with. Because she was just like, I knew when I would get older that it would probably be me and him. And if I don't like him now, I'm not going to like him later. I was like, yikes. Glad you figured that out. Sad it had to take a worldwide pandemic. But listen, people got free. People got free. Hey, Spency. Spency said Alejandro is a whole weirdo. Very weird. Very weird. But you cannot tell him that he is not the bee's knees. He thinks that he is so cute and fine. And I'm like, you literally, a grown man, walk around with your hair like this. Like just straight up. Like your kid from Kid and Play. What is going on? Why are you doing that? Bro, we know that after you take a shower, you put gel in your hair, pull your hair up, and blow dry it to stay stiff in like this triangle kind of. Why are you making that choice in 2021? Weird. And then he got the Prince earring and the slits in the eye. It's 1987, 1994, 2003, and then everything else is like Johnny Bravo from the future. What is happening? What is happening with his looks? Sarah said, oh, that's a regular Monday afternoon here in New York City. The subway has seen crazier. I told y'all about that time. 19-year-old Nikki on her way to what class was it? Nutrition? I think I was going to nutrition. And my school didn't have a campus. My campus was New York City. So I had classes all over. On the train, coming from the boogie down Bronx to go into Manhattan for my class. This lady, the train was full. And I was in one seat. And there was an empty seat. But the lady who was sitting on the other, it was 3 seats. The lady was sitting on the end. I was sitting on the end. And there was a seat in the middle, right? However, the lady, you know, she was bottom heavy, spilled a bit into the second seat. I didn't spill at this time because I was 19 and my metabolism was sickening. I missed that. Anyway, so this lady gets on the train and she stands in front of me. And she's holding it. Not like she was a lady to me. I was 19. She was like, what, late or early 30s? So she puts her hand on the polar average. She's sitting there. She's standing. And then she looks down. And I saw her eyesight. And I was like, girl, don't do it. Girl, don't do it. She squeezes herself into this seat. So I adjust my book bag and move over to give her, more space. I allow her to come over into my seat. 19-year-old Nikki, I'm not confrontational at this point. So before she can get her butt fully in the seat, the lady who was on the end, she's just like, girl, what are you doing? And she has a thick Caribbean accent. I will not give it to you guys, right? I'm not going to play myself. She's like, girl, what are you doing? And she's just like, I'm sitting down in the seat. And she's just like, you see that there's no space. And the lady's like, well, there's an empty seat. And she's like, no, it isn't. And I'm crouching my book bag like, why me? Why me of all people? So she's has her shoulder stopping her from fully, like her shoulder is in this lady's rib, stopping her from fully sitting down. So the lady like is halfway hovering, like her butt is halfway hovering over the seat, and her and the lady are arguing. And so the lady got all this beef, right? All the lady is trying to sit down, got all this commentary for this lady. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, girl, you're not that girl. She's that girl. Please leave her alone. Like, but I'm not saying nothing. Not 19-year-old Nikki. I'm from Philadelphia, but New York is something else. I'm quiet. So she tries to get the rest of her body in the seat, and the lady looks at her and she says, I wouldn't do that if I were you. I would not do that if I were you. Girl, get up. Right? So this dude all the way down the subway, he was like, just get up. There's seats down here. So he started cussing the lady out. And the lady's like, no, this is not fair. There is an empty seat. I am going to sit here. And when she said sit here, she lifted her arms up and she had on like this puffer jacket. So, the puffer material. She slid the rest of her body into the seat, put her arms down, moved me and the lady, and adjusted her body to get comfortable. That lady moved her purse to the side, twisted her body, took this hand, and went to town on this side of that lady's face. It was like, first of all, I had never seen a woman of a particular age fight like that. You know what I mean? I've never like women over like I can only imagine that she was like over 50. I've just never seen them in a physical fight. So I'm like shocked while this lady's head is being pressed into my body. So I'm like pinned in the chair and she is like bam, like hitting her. And the whole time she's hitting her, the lady is screaming, stop hitting me. And she's looking up and she's saying, help, help. She's hitting me. Please tell her to stop hitting me while eating these punches, right? New York freaking city. She's screaming. She's saying, help. This lady is beating me up. The guy down at the end of the subway, he's like, I told you to get up. So he says this. As soon as he says it, everybody in the train is like, girl, get up. Just get up. She's beating your ass. Get up. Get up. Like nobody is coming to her rescue. They're just telling her to get up. I'm terrified at this point because her head keeps on going into my shoulder. So she finally gets up. She's crying, eyes, all beat up and, blood. It's just a mess. She gets up, she's crying, and she's holding on the bar to get off at the next stop, right? She gets up and she's looking around, and the guy says, I told you not to do that. Nobody helps her. Nobody helps her. Not even me. Not because I'm just like, I'm so scared, but I had never seen an older lady fight like that. And I mean, this hand went bow, bow, like, but the homegirl was eating the hits. I would have that was like my first experience of something like that in New York City. Ever since that, I've been, I've had other stuff happen. I've had a man on the subway take out his penis and started hitting his penis on the window, and I just kept my head straight. I remember sitting in the train like, man, this city has changed me. Because I was just like, and everybody was doing the same thing, and he was just like brutalizing his penis, like just banging it on the window, and everybody was like, New York freaking city. New York freaking city. That was like my first experience with like just New York culture with something like that. The guy was like, I told you not to do it. And the lady who beat her up adjusted her purse, sat back down and waited for her stop. Got up when it was her stop like nothing happened. I was traumatized the whole day. I ain't learned nothing in school that day. I was so traumatized, but welcome to New York City. QQQ said women need to see the truth by not giving no nookie till marriage. You will see who is true. I have to disagree, QQQ. I grew up hella Christian. Women be giving, I know a lot of girls who waited, gave up the nookie after, found out some things. And so I'm not saying that waiting or not waiting matters. I'm saying it's your relationship that matters, right? It's the person that you are partnering up with that matters. But a demon will lie in wait. A demon will lie in wait. Hey, Laura. Laura said, I can smell Alejandro through the screen. We all can. Spency said, Nicole and her mom argue and had so many lies. Nicole literally has been mean as hell to Chantel. And yes, the tea on the money. Child, to hear her reveal it. I said, oh, we talking. We talking. New Mommy D said, and I want to see how Miss Karen treats Winter's girl since she's white. That is really interesting. That is really interesting. We're going to observe. We're going to observe. Thank you for bringing that up, New Mommy D. That's something we do need to be on the lookout for. I think she may be fibbing because she's in a music industry. So I'm not going to hold her to that, right? I'm not going to hold her to that. I'm not going to hold her to that. Y'all let J-Lo do it. J-Lo was 29 for a whole decade. Then all of a sudden she was like, it's my 45th birthday and nobody batted an eye. Nobody batted the eye. That's the only place. It's either Joann's Fabric, Hobby Lobby, or Michael's. Maybe a Nordstrom Rack. Maybe a Nordstrom Rack. Corazon Cha 89 said, this scene was irritating. They were very unrealistic and only interested in camera time. Absolutely. Absolutely. They all were very opportunistic to me. Aaliyah said it's going to be like Paul and his Brazilian wife. Yes. Yes. XO Miss Sanchez said Pedro is in denial that his mom is a side piece. Oh. You shouldn't. Pedro, this was not a smart storyline to bring to this show. It really, really wasn't. Your mom is going to be revealed. And it's like, it sometimes ignorance is bliss. Sometimes ignorance is bliss. Oh, Sonia said Megan is carrying the spirit of usury. Spency said New York is different. People be wilding. LOL, this pregnant lady cursed out the whole train when she didn't get a seat. Oh, I've seen that happen. I've seen that happen. Tony. That's what that guy said. You shouldn't. I told you not to do it. She was like, help me. And they were like, get up. New York City is something else. Get up. Why are you sitting there letting her beat you up? Just get up. Oh my gosh. Yeah. They didn't. They didn't. They knew not the best of that lady. TJ said, woo, I know that older lady could not be Jamaican. Listen, I don't know where she was from, but the accent, I can hear it. I can hear it. Laura said, I had a man please himself to completion in front of me on the Chicago Red Line. Oh. Hey, Brenda. Brenda said, ciao, Bella. This show is Basura. Thank you so much, Brenda, coming in with some haymakers. Thank you for the super chat. Sarah said, I saw an older woman who was nodding in the train because she looked nodding. Are you saying nodding in the train? Because she looked knocked out. She all of a sudden popped up, started shrieking, ran out the train like a track star. Nobody on the train batted an eye. Yeah. Like when I go to New York, I'm on the train. I see all kinds of stuff. I remember one time the train was so packed. This lady, poor lady, beautiful, long, beautiful hair. The train was just packed to capacity, and she tried to force her way into the train. And they were just like, ma'am, it's packed, you can't. And I'm saying this very nice, but they was calling her other stuff. It was like, it's packed, you can't get in here. She forces herself into the train. The train door closes, right? As soon as the train door closes, she goes, ah! Her ponytail got caught in the door. So she's like, ah! Screaming, and the train is going so fast, you can see the ponytail. And what did the New Yorkers say to her? We told you it was packed. Like, they just cussed her out. Like, they're literally cussing this lady out where her ponytail is stuck in the doors and she's shrieking. And they are cussing her out for getting on a packed train. Welcome to New York City. Welcome to New York City. Very accurate. Very, very accurate. Oh, gosh. Oh, Megan said, LOL, can y'all please stop using at Megan? It's tagging me. Sorry. Sorry, Megan. Me too. Me too. I still love that place. I still love that place. I still love it. I can't wait to get back. I wanted to get a home there, but we got to do better with that infrastructure. I hope y'all get the majority of the infrastructure bill because y'all at sea level. I'm concerned. Buddha 1000 said, never been to New York. I don't know about going now. Y'all are making it sound like Nightmare on Elm Street. Listen, your first time there, you're going to be shocked. You're going to be shocked. But there's so much beauty in that city that you tend to overlook the crazy. And then if you're there long enough, you realize the crazy is kind of needed in that place. I highly recommend you come. I just wanted to tell you, when you do come visit New York, it's an experience. Be on guard. People got places to go. They don't play there. They don't play there. It's not a hi, yes, ma'am. Excuse me, I got to get to where I'm getting. But you'll have the best time, the best rooftop bars, the best hotels, some of the best food I've ever had, some of the best views. You know, it's an acquired taste, but I love it. I love it. R&D said, New York is New York. That's why we read in the train. You have to do something or wear shades. Do not make eye contact with crazy. Tamika says, so when I go to New York, I should avoid the subway. Thanks for the heads up. Yeah, but you're going to be spending a bunch of money on Ubers, and don't even bother trying to get a taxi. Aaliyah said, I went my first time this summer. I loved it, but I could never live there. Yeah, it's an acquired taste, like I said. Dr. Rim said, I had a drug addict hit on me on the Northern Line in London. He was giving me serial killer vibes. I had to get off at the next stop and wait for another train. Also have a groping story on Central Line. Ooh, child. What is going on in London? No, you're not giving New York teas. Smitty said, I moved to New York at 18 and the culture shock had me in a chokehold. Me too. I thought that I was going to be fine because I'm from Philly. When I moved to New York, I realized this place is different. I felt like Philadelphia was the suburbs. Me and my friends were like so scared when we first moved there. But after a while, you get used to it. You too. Yeah. Arundina said, you love New York or you hate it. Nothing in between. Absolutely right. Especially if you ride them subways. Sarah says the rats are a part of the infrastructure. They're the tourist guides. Gently! That place is bananas. Oh, born in Brooklyn, raised in Houston. That's where if I would ever move to New York, that's where I would get a house. I would either get a house or an apartment because I want like a great view. But I gotta make sure, because it's going to be a very expensive investment, and I need to make sure that New York is going to be around for the next few years if I invest all that money. I'm just like, climate change is real. Okay? Look what's happening in Venice. New York, stay woke. Stay woke. Oh, Bucks County. Hey, Buck, we got Bucks County in the building. What's up? What's up? Whitney said, I lived in New York for a couple years. Best time of my life. Mind your business and don't let anyone walk over you, and you will be okay. Listen, New York, I'm telling you right now, if I didn't live in New York before I moved to LA, I would have been a wreck here. I'm telling you, if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. That is very, very true. Very, very, very true. Tony said, exactly. I'm a train girl, and trust me, nothing phases me. I see people choosing up drugs in front of me right here in Toronto. Yeah, the subways are something else. The Philly subways are the same. The Philly subways are the same. You get on the Philly subway, baby, if you got on the jacket, put your purse in your jacket. Baby, before I used to, like in high school, before I used to get on the subway, I would take my jean jacket off, put my little purse right here, or put my purse over me like this, and then put my jean jacket back on. Don't say I ain't never warned you. Don't say I never warned you. Philadelphians are fast. When they take that purse, they're Jackie Joyner Kirsty. They are in the wind. Shooting. Why did autocorrect make? What did they put choosing? That's weird. Anyway, family, I gotta go get my aloe vera plant. Thank you so much for joining me. I know this was like last minute, but I was having work done in my apartment, so I couldn't like hop on live. But thank you so much for joining me. Next Tuesday, 12. Oh, wait, I have to let me check and see if the Bachelorette is always going to be on Tuesday nights. Then Wednesday will be the Bachelorette. Tuesdays will be just the family Chantel. I'm going to do a poll and see if you guys are into Insecure. I'm watching it. If y'all into it, I will review it. If not, y'all missing out. It's a good show. Give Issa her flowers, even on her last season. Anyway, I love y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow for the Bachelorette. And I don't know what else. Maybe we'll do a fun little hot topic video. We will see. But keep your eyes posted on my community page, my community tab here. And also follow me on Instagram at NikkiNicoleStar. That's where I post. Yay. Oh, yay. My package is being delivered. Follow me on Instagram at NikkiNicoleStar. I post everything that I do, not first, but I share stuff here, but I also post there so you guys will know not only what I'm doing the day of, but also what I'm doing for the rest of the week. And then prayerfully Friday, we'll have another channel where we can like hop off. So we'll be able to hop off of here and hop on there and talk about something else or, connect in a different way. But again, I thank you all so much for joining me. I thank you for taking time out of your day to spend with me. It means a lot. It really, really does. I say it a lot. I say it all the time because I really, really mean it. You're making a choice to take out whatever time that we're here to hang out with me. Means the world to me because not everybody is blessed to have this. I am. Thank you so much. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow for the Bachelorette. Bye. Mwah. Oh, New York, that got me so excited. I got to plan a trip there now.